Every time I open Instagram or YouTube, I see a new makeup product going viral. It's everywhere, everyone is obsessed with it, and to be honest, sometimes I buy products just because of the hype. Hi everyone and welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to review some of the most viral makeup products. After the launch, I've seen them everywhere on Instagram, YouTube, influencers raving about them, and I purchased most of these because of the hype. Most of the products I'm going to show in today's video are not available in India, so I got these from an Instagram store. I'm going to mention the store in the description, you can check it out if you want. My YouTube Shorts feed is for first impressions, but the real thing is going to happen here today. We're going to dive into it and I'm going to let you know whether these extremely viral products are worth the hype or not. Some of these are affordable, mostly are high-end. I have some base products, a lot of blushes, a mascara, and some lip products. No further talking, let's get into it. Let's start with the sunscreen. I have the Colorescience Sunforgettable Total Protection Face Shield. I don't like applying too much of this because it gets very dewy. It's a very dewy sunscreen. Basically, it's not for oily skin, I think. Normally, I would apply more sunscreen than this for better protection, but this actually gets very dewy. Let me just blend it in and show you. Can you see that? I mean, it looks nice on my skin because I have smooth skin, so it does make my skin look very even and flawless. But if I apply more than this, it gets oily. I do understand the hype because you can see how magically it changes color. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's just a tinted sunscreen. I mean, Dot & Key also has one, and that's not going to cost you thousands of rupees. It looks really good on my skin though. It has got sheer coverage, you can see. I have dry skin, it doesn't pill on my skin. I did do my skincare properly before applying this sunscreen. So yeah, it doesn't matter how much I blend it, it's not going to pill on my skin. But it does transfer, so make sure that you set it really well with a powder. It's more lightweight than a non-tinted sunscreen. The next product that I have is the Tarte CC Under-Eye Corrector. Now you will find YouTube shorts for all of these products on my feed. This concealer literally stays in my bag. I have the shade Medium Tan Peach and it's the best concealer for my pigmentation. Very, very creamy, very lightweight. This is the shade Medium Tan Peach. On some days it does look a little bit grey though, like in certain lightings, it can look a little bit grey. I mean, it's a corrector, so I'm not supposed to apply a lot of it. However, I have seen people using this as a concealer. I'm going to take my PAK S13 brush. Just going to pick up a little bit of product. I press it very lightly on my pigmentation and it just cancels out my pigmentation, I'd say. I do need a concealer on top of this. When I'm in a hurry, I just apply it without a concealer. I'm also going to apply a light layer under my eyes. Can you see how it brightens my under eye? It has got a very natural finish, it's very lightweight as you can see. It does crease in my smile line, especially when I apply it on top of a dewy product. That's why I don't like layering it up a lot, just enough to cancel out the pigmentation. Next I have the NYX Pro Fix Stick. This also is a correcting concealer and I've got the shade Classic Tan. This again is a very viral product, it's known for its coverage. I will say that the shade is a little bit, just a tiny bit yellow for me. So this is the Tarte corrector and then this is the NYX Pro Fix Stick. Can you see the difference in color? The Tarte one is very peachy, a little bit grey I'd say. And NYX is kind of yellow, just a little bit yellow. I think I'm going to use the NYX Fix Stick to highlight my face. I have tried this on my entire face. I'm going to link the video over here. But for now, I think I'm just going to, by the way, it's very, very creamy. You can blend it with your fingers, with a brush. I will not recommend a sponge because that eats some coverage. It's so easy to blend, so buttery. It literally disappears into your skin, it blends so well. This, according to me, is a viral product definitely worth trying. Then I have a beauty balm over here. This one is from Anastasia. I don't have the outer packaging, but this is a product again that I've used a lot. And I don't think I talk about this very much. And that's because this is a very good product with not too many shades. I have shade number 11 and this, when I swatch it, it looks a little bit grey for me. This again is a product that you can use quickly to enhance your skin. The way you apply a lip gloss or a lip oil just to enhance your lips, you can apply this balm to your face to enhance your skin. I hope that makes sense. So I'm also going to go like this and this, but you can see it's a little grey for me. Honestly, I can get away with it in certain lightings, but definitely not natural light. It looks very grey on my skin in natural light. So yeah, you just apply it and then you can use any stippling brush. Just fuse it with your skin. I gravitate a lot towards all these base products that have sheer coverage. It's so easy to blend it. Again, this too has a very buttery finish. Can you see how good my skin looks. Now with this, I've seen that it has a very natural, very glowy finish, but the lasting power is good. It's a good 5 to 6 hours, it doesn't move. So does the fix stick. That too stays on your skin until you remove your makeup. Then I have the TT Mask Fit Foundation. This is a cushion foundation and I'm in the shade 33 and Macchiato. This is finally a foundation with a decent shade range. Not just decent, it has got a very good shade range. Love the applicator, love the formula, love how full coverage this is and how lightweight it feels on the skin. But you have to be very careful with the application. I mean, if you apply too much, it's definitely gonna look cakey. You're 100% gonna cake up your face. I have done that a couple of times, so yeah, take it from me. I can barely get any product out now. So this is the shade Macchiato. It's a spot on shade for my skin tone. And it made my acne spots disappear just like that. Like, I used the lightest layer. I'm also going to apply a light layer of this all over my face, a very light layer. Mainly I like using this foundation with a brush because you get more control on the coverage. You can control the product better with a brush. And it also sits very nicely on my skin in all seasons. Summer, monsoon, winter, it doesn't matter if I have an oily T-zone or very dry skin. And by sitting really well, I mean at least 6 to 8 hours. I have also used this foundation as a concealer. And it performs really well as a concealer too. So if you are into full coverage foundations, you can definitely give this one a try. It's worth the hype. I have heard some people say that this does oxidize, but on my skin, I never noticed oxidation with this foundation. Maybe a little bit, but it wasn't noticeable. The next category is blush. I have so many blushes that I want to review. I have used these blushes for months and I'm ready to share my thoughts on them. I was impressed with almost all the products in this category. I love blushes and I got to know that last year. I'm going to start with my least favorite. This is the Milk Makeup Cooling Water Jelly Tint. And I've got the shade Burst. This is a very bright pink shade and it stains like crazy. Stains everywhere whenever I use this product. So yeah, be careful with it. Now this became viral because of its jelly-like texture. Can you see that? Can you see that? I love playing with this. I just want to eat it. And can you see that stain? It's highly pigmented, so it can get a little bit patchy. You have to know the right way to use this. You can't just apply it and try to blend because that way I feel like it just leaves a stain, it gets patchy and very messy. So what I like doing is I'll take a blush brush and then I'll just pick up the product like this, on the brush. After that, you can shear it out on the back of your hand and then go in and apply it on your cheeks. And as you can see, you get a very even finish. The pigmentation is intact. You can use this tint on bare skin. You can apply it on top of foundation. It doesn't move my foundation. Okay, so can you see that? I just don't like the stain. But because of this stain, it's a very long-lasting blush. I think it's the most long-lasting blush that I have. Okay, next I have these 3 blushes. First, I'm going to start with the SHEGLAM one. This is the SHEGLAM Buttery Bliss Blush Stick. Again, this is a blush that's exactly like butter. Like, it's so smooth. It's so buttery. Like, swatching it is so satisfying. It's good for 3-4 hours. May last long if you set it with a powder blush. I just can't stop doing this. Look at how smooth that looks. I just love makeup. The shade Love Cake is a cool toned pink. It's a buildable blush. You will not get a lot of pigmentation in one go because it shears out a lot because of its buttery formula. This is without the blush and this is with the blush. But I'm not sure how this is going to perform on oily skin. Again, I feel like it can be a little bit too dewy for oily skin and it won't last that long, but I love it on my dry skin. Okay, we're going to try another blush. This one is from Rhode. It's the Rhode Pocket Blush in the shade Freckle. Now this is a blush that stays in my makeup bag. Again, this too blends like butter. The color looks like it's meant for my skin tone. I'm going to use the pack S08. It's just so easy to blend. It's actually easier if you blend it in with your fingers. This is more pigmented than the SHEGLAM blush. This one has also got a very dewy finish. So this is a cool tone pink and this is a warm coral shade. And for the lasting power of the Rhode blush, it does fade a little bit, but it stays until you remove your makeup. One way you can make it more long-lasting is using a setting spray. I have noticed that the pigmentation drops a bit when I'm not using a setting spray. I have one more blush over here. This is the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush. Now this one is a dupe of the Rare Beauty Liquid Blush. When I bought this blush, it wasn't available in India, but now I think it's available on Nykaa. I've got the shade Coral Crush. I know it looks too bright on my hand, but it looks stunning on my cheeks. This is also very pigmented like the Rare Beauty blush, so I'm going to use the tiniest amount. And now let's blend it in. So this is what the color looks like. It's definitely more vibrant than the Rhode blush. So yeah, if you want a blush that lasts forever, you can go with the Milk Makeup one. If you want something that's very easy to use and blend and has a very glowy finish, you can go with the SHEGLAM one. If you want something that's long lasting, is easy to use, easy to carry, has a dewy finish, you can go with the Rhode Pocket Blush. And ultimately, if you want pigmentation and longevity, you can go with the e.l.f. one. Next, we have a highlighter stick. It's the L'Oreal Lumi Glass Highlighter Stick. Now this one viral for giving you the most non-glittery glow possible, the most dewy, non-glittery look. Now if I look very closely and carefully, I can see shimmer in it. The shimmer is prominent in really low light, but in lighting like this, it's not going to be visible. Not even with a macro lens. But still, I love this product. I love applying this on my collarbone. Just highlights my collarbone better than my face. On my face, it looks too dewy. I'm just going to pick some up and apply. It doesn't move your foundation though. And if you have texture, this can exaggerate texture. If you have large pores, it's gonna highlight that. For me personally, I think this is a good product for winters. I will not use this in summers. It looks really nice and dewy. Look at the stick, how glazed that looks. And it looks good on my skin. I mean, it will make sense if they launch it in India, then you can get it. Importing it from the outside, I mean, there are highlighters like this available in India. I have a mascara. This is the Iron Mascara from Judydoll. Now, this one product I can confidently say is worth the hype. It's so easy to use. The Iron one doesn't pierce my eyeballs. Like with some of my favorite mascaras, for example, L'Oreal, Maybelline, when I try to apply a really good layer, the wand sometimes gets into my eyeball and it hurts. And it's also not safe. So with this one, there is no problem like that. It has got a very slim iron wand, as you can see. I have very straight and fine lashes. This one just gives me doll eyes. I won't say that it gives a lot of volume, but the lift and length, they are just perfect. And you can get the tiniest lash hair with this one. And I can easily apply my mascara while talking. The iron wand just feels so much more stable than a regular mascara wand. It's totally my thing. Just look at that. I'm going to throw a before and after clip over here so you can actually see the difference. Ultimately, I want to talk about some viral lip products. First are the Rhode lip tints. I have 4 shades in total, but these are the 3 that I have with me right now. Right now, the 3 shades that I have are Toast, Espresso, and Peach Pit. Now the shade Peach Pit I got with the Rhode Pocket Blush. So these two came as a pair. Now let's get to the Rhode Peptide Lip Tints. Very viral, it's Hailey Bieber's brand. I purchased it just because of the hype. And I paid like $6,500 for 3 lip tints, which is a lot for 3 lip balms. But to be honest, I love these like my babies. It's going to be heartbreaking for me if I lose any of them. I'm about to finish the shade Toast. These are very moisturizing, very lightweight, and you know, with most of the lip tints, they leave a very weird white cast on your lips, and I really hate that. That doesn't happen with the Rhode lip tints. Love how slim the whole packaging is, love how minimal the whole packaging is, and it keeps my lips hydrated for good 6-7 hours. It's a really long lasting lip balm, that's why I carry it everywhere. I have to have one of these shades in my bag. I mean, you can find alternatives of this in India and dupes of this in India, but for me personally, these are irreplaceable. This shade has got a very light coral tint. It's almost clear on the lips, but in natural light, you can see a little bit of coral tint. And ultimately, I have Espresso, which is a deep brown. This too shears out a lot, but you can see the brown in it. The brown is very prominent. The next product that I have is a lip oil. This is the honey infused lip oil from Gisou. It's a lip oil that I use almost every day before filming a video. I use this to prep my lips. It has got that beautiful yellow tint and it's very shiny. It goes almost clear on the lips. Moisturizes your lips for almost 4-5 hours. And again, this too doesn't leave that annoying white cast on your lips when it fades. I got the small bottle for $3,000. But if you're on a budget, there are a lot of dupes available in India. I'm going to throw some on the screen right now. Finally, I have the NYX Lip Ivy. So happy to say that it's now available in India. I have got a couple of shades. First is Berry Thirsty and second is Espresso Soak. Espresso Soak is my favorite shade, but I don't think it's available on Nykaa. Okay, so this is Espresso Soak. Love this cool tone brown. And then we have Berry Tint, which is a vibrant deep pink. This lip gloss is going to stain your lips and the stain it leaves is very uniform, non-patchy, especially on my dry, chapped lips. I'm just going to apply Espresso Soak. The concept is very much romand. But I don't think I will find a shade like this in Romand. These are super pigmented, they have one swipe pigmentation, amazing for pigmented lips. So that's it for this video. Some of these products are genuinely my favorites. I can't live without my Rhode lip tints, the Judydoll mascara. I also use the Tarte CC corrector a lot. Rest of the products, I think I can live without. But yeah, those are my thoughts on some of the most viral products I saw on YouTube and Instagram. If this video was helpful, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye.